Hello again, welcome back, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Today, we're chilling, playing Brawl. This will be the first Brawl I've played in probably 6 to 9 months. A long time since I've played Brawl. It doesn't perform overall well on my channel, at least not in the past, and I want to at least do one Brawl video for you guys today. And you know, we are chilling within Mythic. We had that great video with the mono white deck that we showcased previously. This will be a mono black Brawl deck for you guys today. And Brawl is a 60 card singleton format in which you're allowed to play a legendary card as your commander. You can play this card at any time, and every time it dies, you can replay it, but it will cost you an additional 2 mana. So that's the format. That's what we're playing today. Let's jump in and take a look. Alrighty, getting into our deck list here. It is called the Black Rock, and we have a lot of artifacts in here. We're getting into Ugin as the top end, and I actually feel like Ugin is fairly playable in Brawl because you can only run one of them, right? This makes it much more consistent. Fortunately for us, we do have a few ways to tutor it out of our library, and even, you know, a lot of draw, if not, to help us get to either Ugin or the tutors. We'll break down the deck list here for you guys and then, you know, touch on the strategies and synergies. I'm not going to get into each individual card in depth because, you know, it is a 60 singleton card. We'll be here for half an hour, and, you know, I'm sure you guys have all already seen these cards played in standard decks. So to break things down, we're using Tergrid, the God of Fright, as our commander. It's a 4/5 with Menace. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from a graveyard under your control into the battlefield, which is great, right? So anything that self-sacrifices, this just picks up by default. This includes enchantment sagas, lands that sacrifice like Fabled Passage and Evolving Wilds, which is quite nice. You know, things with sacrifice effects like WotC Rider, Elspeth, the Selfless Savior. There's lots of things that Tergrid can just kind of grab by default. And then we mix on top of that discard and sacrifice effects of our own to force our opponent into that position as well. We do have the Lantern on the opposing side because it is an MDFC, which makes it an amazing Brawl commander. We can tap it. Opponent loses 3 life unless they sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card. And then we can untap it for 4 mana. You know, I know I said I wouldn't read every card, but it's our commander. We have to at least show you guys that card. Breaking down the rest of the deck, you know, there's a Bloodchief's Thirst. This is eliminate early, later creature, planeswalker, Duress, discard, helping us trigger God of the Fright. Valmir Knight draws us a card through the adventure, and it's a 1/1 Death Touch, which is a form of just passive removal to stop any attackers. A copy of Soul Guide Lantern because, you know, graveyards are annoying and I hate it. We can also use a draw here to find what we need. Stonecoil Serpent, just to, you know, kind of clog up the field, stop some of the attackers, and it's colorless, so it survives Ugin's Wrath. Tome of Legends because we're playing Brawl, so, you know, it's a draw, and every time a commander enters or attacks, we'll get a page counter. We can remove page counters to draw. Sure, great. Also surviving Ugin's Wrath. The Tome, Scry, Draw Engine, great. Golden Egg, again, colorless, draw, which is great. We can gain life and add mana if we need to later on. Well, I guess we actually won't do that because we're only playing deck. We won't need to add mana of any other color. That's kind of silly. We do have the Arcane Signet as well, though. You know, this just taps to add color of any that's within your commander, and, you know, even just Mana Stone for 2 is good. It doesn't have to be a multicolor deck to run it. More removal within Heartless Act and Eliminate. Egon, God of Death. I just like the card. It's 6/6 with Death Touch, and at the beginning of your upkeep, exile 2 cards from your graveyard. If you can't sacrifice it, and Throne of Death allows you to mill a card on the beginning of your upkeep and then draw a card by exiling creatures from our graveyard, which admittedly there aren't a ton of, but 6/6 Death Touch is still fun. Elspeth's Nightmare, you know, destroying creature, getting the discard, which is great, and then exiling their graveyard. Inscription Ruin, discard ×2, which is cool. It also has the destroy and return shenanigans back to the battlefield, which is irrelevant other than the Valmir Knight for us, right? The Liberation, here again we've got more sacrifice effects on creatures and enchantments. Soul Shatter, sacrifice on creature. Grim Tutor can pull out, you know, something for us from the deck, probably an Ugin or the ramp to get there. Murderous Rider is removal through Swift End, and lifelink survivability through the 2/3 Again, when that dies, it goes into our library, which makes it a great brawl card. We've got the Simulacrum, survives Ugin, 2/2, helps us ramp into Ugin, plus it draws us a card later. The Lithoform engine, honestly, I have no excuse for this to be in the deck. It's just cool. Cosmos Elixir, I love this, actually. This deserves to be in the deck. Lithoform engine can double the Cosmos Elixir triggers. How's that for a reason? You know, it does other stuff too that's cool, like with the sacrifice and discard effects, but the Elixir, you know, gaining life, drawing you cards, that's great. Rankle is cool as well because we can force the discard here and sacrifice. Plus it's an attacker, which is really groovy. The Extinction Event just for field control, and the Necromancer because that's feeling ambitious. But again, you know, it's not really that important. The Troll is really nice for the sacrifice and the draw. Shadow's Verdict, again, just, you know, general field control. And the Monument is great. It's going to give us the life gain. It's going to make things like our Faceless Haven, our Serpents, you know, the Simulacrum more strong, so they can hit our opponent in the chinny chin chin. And of course, we can gain life through each colorless drop. We've got the Ugin, you know, the great equalizer. This is going to minus X on your opponent's free will. We also have Massacre Worm, can take out any of those token decks. And Blood on the Snow, which I just personally love, the field wipe. We do have the snow lands in the deck as well, so whether you're just bringing back a Solemn Simulacrum, it's worth the wipe. We do have lots of colorless lands to combo off of the Monument. The Sanctium can give you indestructible and +1/+1 counters. Fountain gains life. Labyrinth can remove something from battle. Haven is the attacker. Barons is the attacker, and the Bonder's Enclave can help us draw cards once Monuments and Simulacrum or a Big Serpent are in play, not to mention Tergrid or the Necromancer, so it's pretty easy to achieve. And Castle Lochthwain as well. 4 mana, lose life equal to the number of cards in your hand after you've drawn one, which is pretty cool. So that's the list. You know, I hope I didn't bore you guys too much. Again, your general strategy and synergy here is to form a control-based deck. As we look at it, we do have a 3.2 average mana drop with 9 creatures, 22 non-creatures, so it's a pretty clear you know, sign that it is a control-based deck. You want to be removing your opponent's creatures, controlling the field, and assembling your own value through the colorless, and then, you know, with that Ugin, if you can get there. And that's great that we're combining, you know, the colorless artifact Ugin deck with Tergrid as the commander, with all of the sacrifice and discard sprinkled in on top. So, you know, having really good luck with this deck. And again, you know, I don't play Brawl day to day. If you guys would 20,000 of you watch the videos, sure I would, but unfortunately, you standard best of 1 fiends. That's all right, I understand. I love it too. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. It is Easter, so very merry Easter bunnies to all of you. And, you know, enjoy yourself, right? Play some Magic and, you know, maybe don't just push rank and slam your head against the wall. Play some Brawl, play some Arena Cube, and just have some fun for what the game is. That's what I'm doing today. And of course, I really appreciate every one of you who've been supporting the channel, who've been making this possibility through all of the goodies, the gem giveaways, and the tournaments that we host for you guys for free. So again, thank you for watching. Support the channel if you can afford to do so. Everything you'll need is in the Linktree link. You can Google it, or it's in the description below. Enjoy the video, and we'll see you soon with our wrap-up thoughts. Pickle Man, hello and good game to you, my friend. Ascendant Spirit, that is a tight 1-drop in Brawl. So we have Simic Snow, or Saltai Snow, I can assume. Let's see what they take here. Forest or Swamp. Uno Moristo, which is the technical term, of course. Grab that life, egg it out. Liberation is okay. I mean, if we can just work into a Shadow's Verdict, we should be okay. We should be okay. We had a casual, let's see. Oh, I do have it popped up here. 13 game win streak in ranked earlier. I can't believe it. What a life to live. Should we just force them to discard? Right, the discard 2 is nice. Or should we wait? Nah. Like, that would be 2 turns away as a minimum, right? plus the inscription casting at sorcery speed. The next turn will be 3. I don't want to wait that long. They'll probably play their whole hand by then. So if we can toss the Murderous Rider and the Murderous Rider to the grave. So we do know it's Saltai now. They've got some black in the grave. That's going to feel better. We're still rocking the bear. I should probably mix it up. Commander in play, which can untap the crew. We only have 1 engrave. They can't kill it at 5.
The best thing about zombies is their adoring obedience.
I'm just gonna toss the monument for now. The life doesn't seem to be an issue, and you know it's basically just a colorless that helps us get to Ugin. But there's no Ugin. We don't have too many colorless producing land either. So, oh no, they buffed the spirit up to kill Liliana. This makes sense. And Sculptor of Winter, which is going to make for a fat verdict. Untapping everything is like pretty groovy. Whoa! Untapping to rebuff your Ascendant Spirit. Now, that is hot. And it survives our verdict now. We still have to do it. Or no, it's a CMC, not power toughness. Don't mind me. You're asking yourselves, how is that guy ranked top 10 in Mythic? I have no idea. Alright, a lot of the YouTube comments too are just like, you are the worst. It's like, well, I know, but I guess I'm glad you noticed also. They recast their commander. They're all about that. I think we can get away with it. I certainly want to. Don't let me down. We could have waited, I guess, and done them both in the same turn. That's fine. The attack is going to be annoying, and the untap could be detrimental. I like that Owl's little speed kicks. It's like Mortal Kombat kicks. No blocks. Straight into the damage. To the pow-pows. My turn. I don't think we can actually take control of their commander, though, because when it dies from the graveyard, they can take it back to themselves. So I'm going to try to get them to play something else before we do the old sacrifice shenanigans. Now we can take draws through the troll via the sacked goats. I don't think we can actually take the goats because they don't go from the grave. Like, they just cease to exist. They don't actually hit the grave. But we do get the draw, which is groovy. No attacks. We're playing defensive here as much as we can. We cycle Avian Oddity. 7/7 gets flying. But we will take action on that, right? Because they did discard it from their hand. So now we have a flyer to block. Rogger's Helm. That doesn't automatically get equipped yet, though. Only if they pay that extra 3, which they could have. Oh, Replicating Ring in the house. Yes, 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 yes. They untap. I just feel like it's a good block. What does this give it? Menace, so it is a great block, because next turn we won't be able to. These are all artifacts. Every single one of them. It's annoying, and I hate it. Alright, they throw the equip on. It's pretty groovy. It's a 9/7 of minutes. Uh-oh. this works out very well for us. You could just have them sack it, I guess. Both of them work, because we're not going to get this. Let's actually have them sack the go, and then just because this is more fun, right? So then Jorn, God of Winter, goes. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure they get to just put it right into their command zone before we get to take it. Yeah. Which is sad, but it happens. Let's take our first swipe out of them. I think that's our first hit. Bingo bango bongo. We finally get a win. We've played a couple matches to fine-tune the deck to what it is now, and you know, let's play another match at this and see how it performs. Opponent goes first, 4 lands. Removal 2, 3, and Liliana. Could remove on 4, or discard, whatever needs doing, man. We'll get after it. Ooh, Simulacrum 2 is fun. Yes, working a lot. I get that. Play video games for a living, they said. It'll be easy, they said. This is the hardest thing I've ever done. I used to just have to show up. Now y'all expect me to be good at the game? Oh my gosh. High expectations, I don't know. I don't know, man. What do we want for turn 4? Anything? Like, is that Grim Tutor worth casting right now? We know it is. We have 4 lands. What are we gonna do with this? I mean, we have Ugin, so a monument could be cool to help us ramp there. Also, I think yeah. Yeah. Uno Forsaken Monumento. There you are. And then next turn, you know, we play 4, grab the 5th land. Monument comes out. Oh, Toski. That's a fun card. And well, now I have to do this. Just because they play Toski, they force our hands.
I'm looking for new minions.
It's rare to be able to nuke Indestructible. The Liberation would have done that as well, but it's cool to have Liliana in play, because if they don't have haste, they have to use removal. And if not, she stays in play and can like start using the plus ability. We just forced the discard. In all honesty, I don't know. It hurts. They all hurt. I guess the Necro, because we're gonna try to just get to Ugin, so the creatures of colored origin are irrelevant.
I have no interest in fighting fair.
Let's draw that land, like we talked about. Yeah, you gotta take the last land, not the first. It's really important to do that. They're still at 25. They cracked us for 1, I guess, somewhere along the way. Nissa of the Shadow Burrow.
I will defend the
Burrow. Bros? I don't even know. So, Liliana dead. Oof. Okay, so we have 5, which makes this tap for an additional.
You only think you've won.
Or do we risk the draw? It's a 4 CMC Planeswalker too. I don't know how many other options we'll have. Okay. I'll bite. Oh, you dog. At least we pull it from their hand. We're at 24, so we can take a couple punches. We can get there.
The hunt begins.
We need blood on the snow to kill these planeswalkers, is the thing. Or just
To lose your head.
get more land for Ugin! The great equalizer. Doesn't matter how good you play, when your opponent drops an Ugin, it's just like, well, you done good, son, but it's gonna be it.
You will never stand down.
I get the draw here. Okay, okay. Hit for two skis. We're sitting on 6 mana. This will be 7 because this double taps. They both double tap now because Faceless Haven. Oh! Oh! Don't stab me! Don't stab me!
I shall
I
return
didn't
to
like you
isolation.
anyway.
Well, that feels better. Hardly an inconvenience. They'll be just fine. King of Scamfire, which is actually a pretty cool card, in all honesty. That's a nice draw. Twin Blade Assassins. That's a heavy hitter. Scamfire. They just switched over to rogues now? They're like, ah, whatever, we're going Gary rogues now. And the Ring Heart Crest. Interesting. Also very cool art. Look how bright those diamonds are. Gotcha.
Do not ignore.
Well, I don't want to play this into their or their Garrick, right? That's kind of annoying. But we could just take their thing. Let's play smart. Let's just play smart about everything here. We'll eliminate the attacker so Ugin stays alive. Twin Blade doesn't have haste. Oh, binding. Oh, yeah. Uganos is dead. Yeah, smart. They were thinking about taking the lantern. They're like, well, that's our one chance to get that lantern. Got him. That draw is pretty nice. So we'll get rid of it. Evil deck discovered. Let's hit him in the chin skis for 6 because Forsaken Monument is the biggest buff I've ever seen. Whoops, we just untapped that. Oops! We meant to tap it, not untap it. Pay to untap a card that's already untapped. HGG, you're so good at this game. You're so good at this game, bro. I don't take the time that's required to, you know, do my due diligence, right? ADHD, you know, just hyperactive ape has no self-control. Let's get after it. Yes. 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 I'm doing it. Well, my commander's never gonna re-enter play. So let's do this. Did we do the do? 30 life. You know, we do have a Haven, but so do they. The wolves are annoying. The Haven could also be annoying if they use it defensively. We've got to kill Garrick. Got real close. They play that as the creature too. Oh my gosh. This could turn around on us. Awesome. We have 9 mana, which is 3 on taps. Let's take the draw. Obviously, they're just sacking the little goatsy goats there. Whoa. Huh. We can't attack. It's end our turn. They have enough cards in grave. Oh no. Oh no. This could get really bad for us. 35 left.
You cannot run or hide.
And they get a Tyvar kill. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Woof. Alright, they're going wide about it, which shuts down our lantern entirely.
I saved the monster for you.
They're not attack. Oh, they don't have the Snowland is the thing. They have Faceless Haven, but no Snowland. I see. This sucks. I'm gonna take it. We need another draw engine. Even though we're sitting on one, but they're not... Okay, they are doing it. Frickin' land. Oh, I made that same mistake already this match. We deserve to lose this. I immediately just go up to tap things on the right. Or on the left, sorry. And that's my problem. It's just like... classic. Alright, so we missed out on 2 kills here. And I think we'll just actually, honestly, try to overwhelm them at a certain point. We have the mana to do it. Not this turn. Maybe 2 more turns or something, but... You know, we can kill more wolves than they can create. And then if we just kill everything too, then like whatever. I guess Garrett can minus on us, so maybe we should have waited. That's hard to say. Hey, Lord Keiju, thank you so much for the support, bro. Cheers. You guys can support me as well on Twitch, Patreon, and YouTube. Also through our Into the AM, Great Viking Games, our Amazon affiliate. You can get whatever you want. Death Touch. We're tapped out though. So what if our trample can kill them now? Let me see what cards in your hand. Oh, it's a land. We should be able to get ahead of them. Especially when I do the lantern correctly. HGG. What if you had something to clear the whole stack? Like you did all of these on the stack, and then you cleared it so they didn't get anything? That would be fun. More land is kind of annoying. Let's grab the life. Like we need it, right? We're still in a ton of trouble here. Like, a lot of trouble. But the lantern is gonna maybe win us the game next turn. And it probably would have already if we didn't misclick twice. If we would have been in a better condition at least. So they've got 1, 2, 3 sacrifices. 4, 5, I guess. They could take 3, and the 4th would kill them. So, you know, maybe they got 2 to 3 turns left. But if they keep pulling land, oof, that's a big hit though. They can't. This won't survive much longer either, right? So we don't have to worry about it too much longer. Oh, that is a big hit though. And all we get is land as well. Brutal. But then they concede. So, you know, that's kind of why I want ranked brawl, is so things like that don't happen. Because it could have been a good match, so I don't know which way that coin was going to fall. So, you know, that's cool though, nonetheless. Happy brawling. Alrighty, so the deck is cool. It works sometimes when I don't misplay it. LOL, how many times did I miss that lantern? Oh my gosh. Admittedly, this, I threw the deck together. We played some matches with it, and, you know, that's just what happens, is you play so much Magic that you get complacent unless, you know, something big is on the line, right? You're playing against rank number 1. You're playing against CGB, or playing for thousands of dollars, something like this, right? You know, we were just having fun making videos. You guys get the organic me. I'm not trying to be an all-star, I'm just having fun, and, you know, things like that happen, and we need to, as a community, accept it. And there's a lot of elitism going around where people just like lift their nose to anyone who misplays, and it's not a great environment when we're trying to bring or onboard new players to the game, right? We want to be doubling the player base every year, right? And to do that, we need a good environment, because sometimes games go toxic, and that's no good, right? So we want to, you know, as individuals, welcome the misplays and learn from them, right? So if we can, you know, teach other people what happened for the misplay, right? And, you know, even through the teaching, you're gonna have to learn the hard way. Like, you're gonna have to make that misplay over and over again until finally you learn. So it is what it is. We just need to accept it and move on. with that excuse, I guess, out of the way, I don't really know why I did that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and many more to come. Thanks for supporting the channel. Like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Join my Patreon if you want to help support. Everything you want is in the Linktree link. And with that being said, go watch, a million more videos, and I'm sure you'll enjoy them just as much as this one.
All right.